So if this wasn't enough, you gave us 3 subclasses, which I love giants, I love the Rune Knight. So there are a lot of feats, which I plan to use with the Rune Knight. And all of these subclasses, but you went all in on feats, and we probably don't have time to cover all of these giant feats, but we go from getting certain types of elemental magic to very specific to the type of giant you want to be associated with as a character. Let's talk about what was the thinking behind some of these feats.
Yeah, so the feats really fall into, I think, 3 categories. We have the feats that relate to runes. So in addition to creating this wizard subclass that is all about using runes, we also wanted to make it possible for other characters, regardless of class, to get a little bit of that fun taste of using magic runes over the course of their adventures. So we have some feats that are all about that. Then we have feats that are about associating your character with giants. So we have some low-level ones that are just about sort of associating with giants in general, but then we have higher level feats and here I mean they require you to be higher level to take them.
Right.
That associate your character with particular types of giants. So for instance, you could take the feat that associates you with frost giants, and you then get some frost giant themed capabilities through that feat. Then I said there was a 3rd category, which is some of that elemental flavored ability, because our giants are also associated with the elements. So again, the theme of this UA is everything big and a lot of it. And so this is a big selection of feats, and I'm excited for people to try them out. Let us know what they think of them. They are really spicy in terms of
Again, playtests.
Yes.
Playtest.
Yes. A number of them are very, very good, which is why a number of them are gated behind you have to be a higher level to take them.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. I mean, I'm not knocking hill giants, but like their feat is not equal to a cloud giant's feat. Right. Or their might.
Right.
So this makes sense again.
Yeah.
And that was already established by the Rune Knight as well. Like you have to be a certain level to eventually use this. So we have a lot of leveled feats, but it makes sense because you do want to get a little more oomph as you go up in level.
And this is something that we have been exploring a bit more. People saw it in our Dragonlance Unearthed Arcana of having feats with a level prereq. For instance, people have before seen the 4th level starting to appear as a prerequisite, meaning if you're a variant human, for instance, you can't take a 4th level feat when you're making your character.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing us explore more now 8th level as an option, because we're excited at the possibility of creating options that we would never give lower level characters, but we're comfortable giving higher level characters, and exploring feats as one way of doing that. So that if a person really wants to customize their character in a way that goes beyond class, subclass, weapon choice, feats are an outstanding way to do that because of their very targeted nature.
Yeah.
A feat is a much smaller investment than class or subclass because it's essentially you're swapping a feature out in your class, rather than a subclass represents typically 4 features, whereas a feat you're able to just zero in on, what? I really want what this feat represents for my character, and so I'm going to take it instead of one of my ability score improvement features.
Yeah.
Also, what's interesting is the higher level you get, the less critical in some ways those ability score improvements are.
Yeah.
Now, I want to be clear. Ability score improvement is always great, but you will reach a point where your primary stat for your class has been maxed out. Like you're a wizard, you hit 20 in intelligence. Yes, it's great to also increase other scores. I, as a player, no matter what class I'm playing, will almost always increase my constitution because
Right.
I like surviving.
Yeah.
Dexterity is often
Yeah.
a great secondary or tertiary option. But once you have maxed out your primary stat, you start having a bit more flexibility.
Yeah.
And that's why we are starting to explore pushing some interesting feat options up to the higher levels where people are going to feel a bit more free to choose the feat in lieu of the ability score improvement. Now, of course, we're eager to hear what people think and
Right.
you know to hear what people's thoughts are about that for their characters, and then we will take that feedback and then determine what is, given all of these various factors, what's the best path forward.
Yeah, and it's important for everyone to remember, like UA is essentially a relationship of like, okay, yeah, we made something really powerful, and we know that that's the plan. That's gonna probably shrink a little bit, but that's dependent on everyone's feedback.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for telling me all about this stuff.
Always a pleasure.
If you liked this interview and you'd like to see more, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell symbol so you're notified anytime a video like this comes out. Thank you so much for watching.